You should see a baby red dot in the top left corner of your screen. And today, somebody that's not me is going to be a story from somebody we know or we kind of know. Yes, and Miss Connie, are you telling them?
Do we want to tell them ahead of time? Yeah, we can tell them ahead of time. So we're going to listen to the story, Holler Loudly, and it's going to be read by Miss Kasha from my room's husband, Rob. And then when we're done listening to the story, we're going to talk about it. So Miss Ashley, do you want to start our story?
Can you share the video with me really quickly?
Yep, it's coming. Oh yeah, you have to give her permission.
How do I do that?
You should have an email that she just sent you asking for. It's coming.
That's okay. We got a second. We can have girls time.
They're still working on it. Hi, Molly. You enjoying your breakfast? Yeah. You always make me hungry. Did you get it, Ash?
There we go. Okay.
Holler Loudly by Cynthia Smith and illustrated.
Could you guys hear that?
Big. Yeah, can you make it big?
Yeah. There you go.
Illustrated by Barry Gott. Mama and Daddy Loudly Holler because he cried so loud. So loud that the pecans fell from the pecan trees and the prickly pear cacti sprouted more needles. So loud that every hound dog in the county rolled up his ears and tossed back his head to bay. So loud that armadillos woke from their naps and the turkey vultures dropped their feathers. Hush, folks would tell Holler. Hush. Mama and Daddy loved their son. They tried everything to get Holler to speak more softly. When he was a baby, they said hush nicely. When he was a toddler, they said hush sternly. And finally, when he was old enough to go to school, they found themselves shouting, hush! But it was no use. Every few generations, a baby was just born loud, and Holler had been the lucky one. Holler loved school. He loved art and music. He loved reading and writing. And he loved facts and figures. But every time he exclaimed, Yippee! I love math! His words came out so loud that Mr. Smarty's chalk burst into dust and students ducked for cover. Minnie Bell said, hush, nobody cares. Jimmy Joe said, hush, you're annoying. And Mr. Smarty said, hush, no recess for you. Holler didn't miss recess, didn't like missing recess. How he wished folks didn't mind his voice. Holler loved to go to the big old theater. He loved to stand in line for tickets. He loved to sit in the velvet seats, and he loved to see the show. But every time he exclaimed, "Yee-haw! I love movies," his words came out too loud. So loud that he rattled the chandeliers and flattened Ms. Poofy's hairdo. The ticket seller called, "Hush, I'm trying to count change." The lovebirds called, "Hush, here come the previews." And the usher called, "Hush, you've got to go." Holler didn't like having to leave the movie theater. How I wish folks didn't mind his voice. Holler loved fishing with Gramps and Gus. He loved baiting his hook with tamales. He loved floating in Gramps' boat, and he loved catching catfish. But every time he exclaimed, "Yahoo! Let's land a big one," his words came out too loud. So loud that the boat tipped, sending them soaring, kersplash, into the lake. The catfish yelled, "Hush! We're out of here!" Gus yelled, "Hush! There goes my dinner!" And Gramps yelled, "Hush! No more fishing today." Holler didn't like being all wet. How I wish Gramps and cats and catfish didn't mind his voice. Holler was feeling blue, so Mama and Daddy took him to the state fair. He loved cotton candy. He loved the Ferris wheel. And he loved the prize winning. But when he called "Soo-wee," Holler was so loud that the hogs broke free, then the cattle stampeded, and the whole fair shut down. Mama's patience had run out. Daddy's devotion had worn thin. But Gramps' barbershop quartet was singing in town square. So he went to hear it. Holler loves Gramps. He loves Gramps' cat Gus. And he loved their barbershop quartet. "Howdy! Looks like rain!" Holler yelled over the singing. "Hush!" Daddy scolded. "You're a distraction." "Hush!" Mama scolded. "Nobody can hear the music." "Hush!" the whole town scolded. "That's enough." So finally Hollered hush, and the quartet crooned on. It didn't seem fair though. Nobody was telling Mr. Smarty to stop thinking, or Miss Poofy to take down her hair, or Gus to give up fishing, or Gramps to forget his songs. Did folks want Holler to hush forever? Being loud was part of who he was. Would they ever appreciate his company, voice, and all? Holler took comfort listening to the quartet. He loved songs about cowboys, and he loved songs about best girls. He loved songs about love and little doggies. And Holler realized something. When it was quiet, he could listen better. Quiet times could be just fine. Just then, Holler looked to the sky. A tornado! It could flatten the town. Right then, Holler knew in his heart that sure, there were times to be quiet, but there were also times to be loud. All righty! He bellowed so loud that the land rolled and rumbled, rippled and shimmied and shook so loud that 10-gallon hats soared into the sky, and so loud that Mama and Daddy and Gramps and Gus and men and women, boys and girls sailed whoosh plumb off their boot heels. Go away! Holler shouted at the tornado, which blew him a raspberry at him. I mean it, he threatened on his way to the gazebo. Bah ha ha, laughed the twister. Listen up, you big bag of wind. This here is my town, and you'd best skedaddle. And Holler was so absolutely, positively, knee-shaking, earthquaking loud that the tornado blew into 1,000 sweet, tiny, breezy breezes. Not one with an ounce of. It was official. Not only was Holler the loudest boy in history, he was also a hero. Everyone hollered, yippee-ki-yay-o, yee-haw, yahoo, 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 sang the barbershop quartet, and Mama and Daddy sighed. All righty, in the future, Gramps declared, when you're loud, no one's going to mind. So they all joined hands, cheered and danced till the cows came home. From that moment on, Holler was quiet at quiet times and loud at loud times. The townsfolk were so delighted they put his name on a very important sign. Holler Loudly Public Library. Please hush. Our hero. The end. Holler Loud.
Cute story. Thank you, Mr. Lewis, for reading to us.
Sorry about that. I couldn't get my computer off mute. Hey guys, at the beginning of this cute story, what do the people think that Holler should do? We're going to need our ABC cards. What did they think, Molly, he should do? Did they think he should A, hush? A, hush. B, holler or yell louder. Or C, never talk again. What do you think? Oh, Molly, do you agree with our friends at the beginning of the story? They thought that Holler should hush. Yes, you are right. They were thinking, ooh, too much noise. Oh, I can't do that. Are there times when it's polite to be quiet? Yes or no? I see everyone's telling me yes, and they would be correct. There are places and times when you should be quiet. Can you tell me of a place that you can think of, Kasha, that you should be quiet?
At the library.
Yep, at the library. That's a good one. Margaret, can you think of a place where it's polite to be quiet?
If you have a child in the house that's sleeping and taking a nap.
Sure, someone sleeping and taking a nap. Can anybody else give me any ideas? Angela, what do you think? I saw your hand.
At some museums, you should be quiet.
Yeah, and some museums should be quiet. If you go to church is a place where you're supposed to be quiet. All right, Miss Ashley, what's our next question? Are there times when it's okay to be loud? What do you think? Yes, all my friends are telling me, yep, there are times. So let's start with Denise. Where are some places that it's okay to be loud?
At a ball game.
Yeah, at a ball game and you're cheering on your team. Yeah. Anybody else can think of another one?
A concert.
Oh, at a concert, people get loud.
I think on the playground. It's
Yeah.
okay to be a little loud.
When we're out on the playground, that's your chance to get out your hoots and your hollers. All right, good job. Do you think that Holler was yelling on purpose to be rude? Yep. Everyone's telling me that nope. Holler didn't really realize that he was being loud or that loud was a bad thing in some places. Do you think it hurt Holler's feelings when everyone kept telling him to hush? Yeah, I bet it did. Because he thought they didn't want to hear his words. He didn't realize he was talking too loud. What do you think this is a made-up story or a true story? If it's made up, it's A. Or if it's true, it's B. Oh, and that's a B. It's a true story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We were checking to see what the people in my room were saying. It was hard for me to see. Yes, this is a make-up story.
That's it, Miss Connie.
Is that it? So we have to remember when we're in school, because we've been talking about manners this month, that there are times when we need to be quiet, like when other people are talking or in the library. And then there are times when it's okay to be loud, like when we're out on the playground and playing. All right, so today, my friends, at 10:30 is Tiger Zoom News. At 11 o'clock, Miss Ashley, what are we doing?
It's supposed to be the Tulip Festival.
It's the Tulip Festival. I thought we already did that.
Yeah, we did it face to face, not virtually.
Oh my goodness, for some reason I thought I had already done it. So we're doing the Tulip Festival today. And at 11:30, pardon me?
The Video Game Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame today. All right. So I hope you will join us, Molly, for the rest of our sessions today. Friends, take care.
Bye.